You can hear me now, though, can't you? I was muted. I didn't mean to be muted. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You can hear me now, though. You have to be able to hear me now. I'm all plugged in and everything. Hello, can you hear me? Now we can. All right. Well, let me go get my ramen because, we're doing this at the kiosk. I got my ramen. I got my ramen. Yeah, I don't know why I keep getting, I'm really bad at this. Apparently, back away from the kiosk. Back away from the kiosk and put your hands in the air. So this is stir fry cup of noodles, teriyaki chicken flavor. They used to make a better one than this, but I can't get it anymore. I want ramen. This is like steak. This is like steak in the joint. Steak in the joint. I'll give you a ramen, but in order for me to loan you a ramen, I got to get 3 back. Yeah, I'm only showing up for one of them. Sorry, Bryn. I'm really not very good at this. I don't know how I keep getting on them, but I get on them just in the nick of time. This should be starting any moment. We just had some pizza from Pizza King. Pizza King? I never heard of Pizza King. I like the chili lime ramen. I got a few ramens. Let's go. It's been nice spending the day with you guys too. Thank you, Chloe. I appreciate that. I spoke to my mom. She might be watching this. I got to be on my best behavior. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really very bad at that, at doing the electrical bit. I'm really very bad at that. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just really bad at that. So, guys, are we going live? Let me make sure I didn't screw something else up. That's my fault. That is my fault for this, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I keep blowing this. I'm trying. I really am trying. Where is it? Where is the program here? Oh, that was a cute picture of my boy Milo right there. That was a nice little surprise. Lawn crime. Did we start yet? Nope, we did not start yet. Okay, so it's not me. Apparently, they're late this time. Mom, people are saying hello to you, Mama. My mom be saying, I didn't know that you know how to use chopsticks. I don't. I do. I do. I'm messing with you guys. See what happened? I didn't take a nap. I spoke to my mom. My mom, I don't think my mom's going to be able to read the chat, to be honest with you. First of all, she doesn't sit on top of the TV set, so she's not going to. Mom, people are writing to you, Mama. Mama. People are writing to you, Mom. They're saying hello and that you raised the most wonderful being on the planet. She knows you guys are full of it when you say that. Who's moving for a living? Are you from Indiana? Mowing for, oh. Mowing for, are you from Indiana? Hi, Madam Toddy. Hi, Big Mac. What's going on with the cord here? Why are they late? The only way to eat sushi. Chopsticks. Did you hear that? That was my mom saying, don't speak with the mouth full, especially in front of all these people. I taught you better. See? I'm happy I'm back too, but I almost didn't get online. I don't know how I keep screwing that up. I feel a stunt incoming. Yeah, you said that. You said that. Bryn, what do you think? You think he's going to fake like a heart attack? You think he's going to jump over a bunch of people? You think he's going to get into breakdancing? What do you think? In the chat, Katie's in the chat. Thank you. This is from a company called Carved, Carved. It's online. Online. I'm not having sushi. I have sushi, but I'm not having any right now. I'm having some gel favorite food, ramen. Ramen. That's what I'm having. And we're skipping to the kiosk on the day of Wade Wilson's reckoning. You think something is going to happen with the Wade wives? Did you guys see them in front of the court, in front of the courthouse? Hi, Mom Shaker. He looks high, doesn't he? Like, I'm not trying. His eyes are bloodshot. They have a glazed look over them. You know what I'm saying? That's all right, Holly Jolly. We know that you have sushi on the brain, sushi and green tea on the brain. Yeah, I know, man. I really like Steven. Oh, by the way, there's some rumor here. Now, I heard his bio dad say that when Wade was born, his name was Anthony. That was his name when he was born. I've heard his dad say that. So Steven is his middle name, which I guess he was named after his dad, Steven, right? Because that's more than a coinky dink. What is taking the courthouse so long? There might be something up, Bryn. I did not get a nap. I was on the phone with your grandmother. I have not a clue who Big Bad Girl is. We're really not related. If we are, it's a surprise to me. I don't know why she calls me Auntie Toddy, but I go with it. I roll with it. Maybe he ran. He did try to escape. You know that he planned an escape. And he also had DRUGS brought into the jail. You know that, right? By his Bonnie. He's very deliberate in his actions, isn't he, Debbie? I know you did. For all I know, you could really be my niece. I really don't know who you are, but I mean, you can be. It's possible. I have a few of them. I'm really bad with technology, and I owned a recording studio. Imagine how that went with me. Well, you can ask my engineers. Toddy didn't mess with any of the gear. That's true that. He's far too dumb to escape. Well, he got caught. And before he even left the building, that's true. He did get caught before he even left the building. He's a dumbass. He's a dumbass. Oh, all you do is you just write their name. Hi, Toddy. Hi, everyone. Love Polish. Love Polish 777. Love Polish 777. It's like Love Potion. Love Potion number 9. Common sense isn't always common. True that. What are you eating? I'm hungry. Ramen. I'm having ramen that I picked up at the kiosk with some hot sauce, some pickled sausage, some cheese whiz. Not all that, but they do throw that shit in there in jail. No lie. They make some stuff up there. What's taking so long with these guys? Sorry about that, Big Mac. Sorry about that, Big Mac. I like ramen in a pinch. I really like the other one that I had, but they stopped making it and it was so good. I love rice noodles. Like really, and when I eat spaghetti, I love the real thin angel hair. Ah, it's hot. Hot stuff. Was just on JPS page. Wait a minute, missed something. Hang on. Was just on. He said a fire alarm went off. I believe it. Jumpsuit Pablo. Is that who you're talking about? Jumpsuit Pablo. You know, I followed Jumpsuit Pablo when he got out. Welcome, new member, Bryn Emerald. Dun, 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 dun. Christine Brown. Do people actually believe this, or are they just? I think that there are people that think that he's innocent. I do think that there are people that honestly, and I did, yeah. So the fire alarm we just heard about from somebody who I appreciate. Someone pulled the fire alarm, and I guess they got it off. Yeah, Pablo Jumpsuit Pablo's website or Jumpsuit Pablo's channel. I like him. I like JD Delay, but I like him with his shirt on better. And I really like the guy from Lockdown 23 and 1. I love his voice. This is Lockdown 23 and 1. If you like true crime, this super sticker. Thank you. If you like true crime, this is the place to be. Yep. You know, I got to tell you, I was confused, Christine. Christine, I was confused when he did that too. But he wasn't asking for money. I think he was trying to teach more or less people a lesson and don't wish for shit like that. Give people a chance. Um, and I let it go too. I let it go too. Big Mac, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Those are some aggressive nips. This is really not my meal. But it's gonna hold me over until I go to work and where I have steak and chicken. Steak and chicken for dinner. Yeah, I like those. I was concerned first too, but then I saw his snacks and I was like, yeah, it was a joke. I figured out that it was a joke. And his acting isn't that good, and he meant that. Yeah, I ain't holding it against him. He took a lot of shit for that. I don't think he'll do that again. But I really do like him. Hey, Morbid's on, guys. Sir Morbid is on. The man, the legend himself. Say hello. Show some love to Sir Morbid, guys. I was on his live last night. I had a really nice time. Honestly. This is jail food, Morbid. This is jail food. I'm trying to find you so I can pin you. So I could pin you. There we go. I had a really nice time. I really did. I had a really nice time, Morbid. Thank you for having me on the channel. Those guys that missed me on Morbid's channel, that was last night. And it was very interesting. And Nina was on, and there was other people on that. I'm sorry, I don't remember everybody's name. I mean, I know Nina. I don't know her, but I mean, I know her name. But it was really nice. I enjoyed it, and I would do it again. I would definitely do it again, and I would do a duet. So Morbid and I are considering doing a duet together. I bet you guys, I bet you that one of the Wade's wives, Wade, Wade's wives. I believe that one of them probably pulled the fire alarm. You want to bet? Guys, Sir Morbid, please check out his channel. Those of you that don't know who he is, now you know. Check his channel out, please. He has live panels. He's had on Gypsy Roses. I don't think he's had Gypsy on, but he's had Ken on a few times. He's had Nina. He's had Fancy. He's had Katie Joy. Don't hold him responsible for the guests he's had on his show. He's made a platform for people so that they can all get together and talk, and that's a good thing. So, you know, it doesn't mean that he always agrees with everybody or that he doesn't agree with anybody. You know, he has just provided a platform, a safe space, a safe space. So, and I appreciate being welcomed on it last night. I guarantee you it was one of Wade's wives that pulled the fire alarm. You want to bet? You want to bet? How many people think it was one of Wade's wives that pulled the fire alarm? I'm reading. A lot of love here from Morbid. That's great. Who's this Sir Morbid? Get your own channel. He has his own channel. Christine, you were on there last night. Weren't you on there last night? Christine, I thought I saw you on there last night. No? I love this community too, Big Mac. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so proud to be part of it. Listen, I'm sure Katie Joy got her fill, because I woke up to somebody who did a video about me ripping off Katie Joy. And when I say ripping off, I mean like telling off like that. I don't mean physically taking anything. So there's no doubt. Listen, here's the thing. If Katie Joy wants to come after a content creator who has less than 15,000 subscribers because they feel hurt about me disagreeing with them, come on. You know how many subscribers you have? How stupid would that be? But I welcome it. Come on. Come on. I wasn't disrespectful. I didn't think what she did with the Brown family was respectful at all. I think it was disgusting. And I would say it to her face. I'm not the only one that has said that. And I just thought it was merciless. It was soulless. It was not a good look. And I'm not going to co-sign that. You know, that family lost somebody and she just went after and started blaming. And you just, who are you to do that? What's wrong with you? Like, that's my question. Dead ass. I know that the question, what's wrong with you, is said all the time, but listen to those words. What the fuck is wrong with you to behave so inhumane like that, that something inside you didn't ring a bell and go, yo, man, don't do this to this family. Don't do this. They're grieving. Like that. Why didn't that kick in? So, yeah, I don't have a problem saying that that's my problem with her. And then also, now my problem with her is she's gone, I don't like Gypsy. I'm not a fan of the Blanchards, but if they were really good friends of mine and I was co-signing their behavior, I would co-sign it loyally, with loyalty, right? I would do that. If my friends misbehave or my friends do something it's not a good look, my friends do something stupid, call people out of their name, I'll say to them privately, yo, man, it's not a good look, man. Why would you do that? Oh, I'm having a bad day, Toddy. Yeah, okay, but man, thank God nobody recorded that, because if you saw the way you behaved, how bad that looked, my friends say, thank you. That's the same behavior I'd give him if I spoke to him or I didn't speak to him. Any other way is hypocritical. And I think Katie Joy is totally hypocritical. She co-signed the behavior of the Blanchard family when she was friends with them. And when she's not friends with them, she calls them out on that behavior. I have a problem with that. That means you could be bought. That means there is no loyalty. That means there's betrayal. I got a problem with that. When somebody shows you who they are, watch them. Watch them. I am who I am, you know, Big Mac, remember? Thank you. I am who I am. I don't have to, I wake up, I don't even have to be completely 100% awake. What comes out of my mouth is going to be me. I'm never going to have to say, oh shit, what did I say? What do I have to remember? Or, I mean, it's never going to be like that. It is always going to be me. End of. And if I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. If I make a mistake, I'll tell you I made a mistake. But I am not going to co-sign bad behavior one day and then throw people out under it the next day. That's fucking Scientology, isn't it? Telling everybody secrets, holding them hostage by their own secrets. Yeah, that's Scientology bullshit. There was a fire alarm that was pulled for those people that are waiting and wondering why I haven't shut up, because there's nothing to say. There was a fire alarm that was pulled apparently. And I guess I'm betting it was a Wade's Wives. But then we started talking about me being on Morbid's channel last night and how much I enjoyed that. And then I talked about what we talked about. And then I talked about Katie Joy. And, you know, I followed her, you know, when I followed her for a long time. And I was truly disappointed in the way she handled the Garrison Brown unaliving. Like, I thought that was disgusting, absolutely disgusting. So I don't have a problem saying that. And I unsubscribed to her. And I would hope, you know, you guys, if I showed you that I was somebody different than who I am consistently, I mean, give me a bad day. You know, we all get bad days and shit, but you know, if I showed you consistently who I was, I mean, don't you think I'm the same fucking person without this in my face? My mom will tell you right now, hell yes, she is. I tell her not to curse all the time. Isn't she too old to curse? It does not a good look for her, right? I am the same person. You guys see that because you've told me that. So if I ran into you in a store or something, you're going to get, this is me. This is who I am. So, and I expect that from content creators when they tell you who they are. Now, if you have a content creator and they're doing like Jumpsuit Pablo, who also had the comedy channel, you know what I'm saying? Then I don't expect him to always be honest and true per se, but I expect us to know about it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what I'm saying is just be honest. You know, be honest. Let us decide if we like you, if we like those values, if we don't like those values, you know. You think we'll have to wait till tomorrow for this? No. You really think so? I don't think so. You think cussing is a sign of mom? Cursing is a sign of high intelligence. Jamie Duncan said so. I think she drinks as well. I've heard that, but I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know. If I can't imagine that we have to wait because they pull a fire alarm down. Yeah, I heard that she hurts people. That would be really sad because trust me, she would hurt too. If she hurts people, it's because she hurts. Maybe tomorrow if we start to see smoke, the fire alarm can hold things up. Of course, yeah, absolutely. And let's just hope that that's what it was and nobody called in anything that would be worse than that, where they'd have to vacate and all that, because that can happen. My day's going good, Madison. Madison and Lily got work around 5. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Maybe the time of day they may push it. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. That's what I'm thinking. Uh, that's what I was thinking, bad girl. Maybe something like that. But they said that the alarm was pulled. Let me tell you something. If they saw somebody on camera do that, that person's gonna be spending the night in jail. Spending the night in jail. Anything and everything to postpone his sentencing. They should make him pay for that. You know. Let's see, what somebody wrote something. Is it about the lawyer? I think that's it. Hang on, hang on. Anyone notice how he leans into his blonde attorney several times, looked on? Yeah, the reason why he has that attorney was to make the jury think that he's safe with women. Like, look, here's an attractive woman. She's not afraid. It was for the eyes. That's what that's about. That's what that's about. He was getting his papers in order. Yeah, but now they're saying that the fire. Here we go. Here we go.
Fortunately, we.
On the volume up.
All right, let the record reflect that State's President, Defense Counsel, and the defendant are all present. We're here for sentencing. Was there anything else that the court needed to address prior to sentencing?
No.
All right. So I have considered all of the testimony and evidence, arguments of counsel, applicable case law, and statutes. I have prepared a written sentencing order, which I'll file contemporaneously with the pronouncement of the sentence here today. I also have copies for the state and defense, which I'll hand out once I conclude. So in the state of Florida versus Wade Stephen Wilson, case number 19 CF 568, the court will read aloud the portion of the sentencing order related to the sentencing circumstances and proportionality. In evaluating the aggravating and mitigating factors, the court does not engage in a mere counting procedure, but instead makes a reasoned judgment based on the totality of the circumstances. In reaching this decision, the court is mindful that because death is a unique punishment in its finality, its application is reserved only for those cases where the most aggravating and least mitigating circumstances exist. The law never requires the imposition of a death sentence. In this case, the totality of the circumstances indicates the defendant, with premeditation, beat and strangled Christine Melton in her home before stealing her vehicle and driving to meet his girlfriend, Melissa Montanez. After Montanez refused to get into the car with him, the defendant battered her in broad daylight. The defendant told law enforcement, when Ms. Montanez managed to flee from the defendant, he fled the scene and drove back to Cape Coral, where he decided that he would murder another person. He saw Diane Ruiz walking to work and pulled over, pretending to ask for directions. She got into the car to provide directions, but the defendant strangled her when she tried to exit. He then drove to an empty lot, strangling her into unconsciousness at least one additional time on the way there. When she tried to flee from the car, he drove over her at least one time, inflicting mortal injuries to her spine, ribs, and neck. The evidence showed that both murders were heinous, atrocious, and cruel, and that the second murder was cold, calculated, and premeditated. The defendant inflicted serious physical and emotional pain to the victims. Moreover, the defendant committed the murders while on probation for prior felony convictions, and he committed 2 first-degree murders contemporaneously with each other and with grand theft of motor vehicle, battery, and burglary of a dwelling. There were no statutory mitigating circumstances that were established, but the court considered the non-statutory mitigating circumstances presented by the defendant. Out of 13 enumerated non-statutory mitigating factors, the court found that 10 had been established. Out of those established, 6 were given little weight. The totality of the mitigating circumstances indicates that the defendant suffers from drug use from a young age, along with undiagnosed and untreated mental health issues of some kind. He felt abandoned by his biological parents, but had a devoted adoptive family who raised him in a supportive and loving environment. Defendant did not resist law enforcement when arrested and confessed fully to both murders. The court has further considered giving great weight to the advisory verdict of the jury, who recommended that the death penalty be imposed by a vote of 9-3 on count 1 for the murder of Christine Melton and a vote of 10-2 on count 4 for the murder of Diane Ruiz. The court recognizes that there is no mathematical formula for considering the aggravating and mitigating factors. It is not enough to weigh the number of aggravators against the number of mitigators. The court carefully considered the nature and quality of each aggravator and mitigator. Having reviewed all of the aggravating factors proven beyond a reasonable doubt and all of the mitigating circumstances reasonably established by the evidence, the court finds that the aggravating factors greatly outweigh mitigating circumstances. Given the facts of the case, nothing in defendant's background or mental state would suggest that a death sentence is inappropriate. This court's review of other reported capital cases has led the court to conclude that the death penalty is not disproportionate in this case. Under the totality of the circumstances and evidence, the court finds no basis to override the jury's verdict. The totality of the circumstances warrants that the defendant, Wade Stephen Wilson, be sentenced to death for each count of first-degree murder. Accordingly, it is ordered and adjudged that the defendant, Wade Stephen Wilson, be sentenced as follows. Count 1, first-degree murder of Christine Melton. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 2, grand theft of a motor vehicle. The defendant is sentenced to 5 years imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections. Count 3, battery. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 364 days in the Lee County Jail. Count 4, first-degree murder of Diane Ruiz. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 5, the burglary of a dwelling. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 15 years imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections. Count 6, petty theft. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 364 days in the Lee County Jail. The defendant is given credit for all time served on this case on all counts. All counts are to run concurrent with each other, meaning at the same time. All statutorily mandated fines, fees, and costs as announced on the record are imposed, and the defendant is committed to the custody of the Department of Corrections for execution of this sentence as provided by law. The defendant is hereby notified that these convictions and sentences are subject to automatic review by the Florida Supreme Court. If he cannot afford an attorney to represent him in any appeal, the court will appoint one for him. Are there any other matters to present to the court?
Briefly, Judge, the state would be seeking $17,500 cost of prosecution.
I'm sorry, how much?
$17,500, Judge.
All right. Any objection?
No, sir.
All right. That will be imposed then. Any other terms or conditions?
Absolutely, Judge. We just want to make sure that Mr. Wilson has absolutely no contact with the victim's family.
There'll be no contact ordered with any of the victim's family members and anything else.
Thank you.
All right.
Judge, I understand he has other cases pending.
Thank you.
Mr. Wilson asked the court within whatever authority you have to get him to death row as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, in relation to those other cases, I know we have cases pending here in the circuit. Today is not the day to handle those. I would maybe put those, I could do it as early as September 16th. I believe that's Monday morning.
That's Malcolm's case. Yes, Your Honor. Malcolm Dowling from Mr. Wade Wilson. September 16th will be fine.
Okay. Well, I think it'd be more appropriate to handle that at a different time. So let's do that September 16th then at 9 a.m. for the other cases. Which
Thank
are case
you.
numbers?
Thank you so much.
CF 16591 and 23 CF 15499.
Okay. And we have court on 16th, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, if I may, he also has a VOP warrant out of Broward County, Palm Beach County. I'm going to get in touch with the authorities over there, but if need be, we'll ask the court to ROR him on that VOP warrant so he can be taken up to.
Well, it's
start.
not a motion in front of me today, but if you certainly are able to file whatever you want to file, and
Yes, sir.
I'll consider it.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
Not from the say, Judge.
All right, sir, then, Mr. Wilson, you will be fingerprinted and remanded to the sheriff's department. It'll be held without bond and for transport to the Department of Corrections when it's appropriate. If nothing else, then we're adjourned.
Bye-bye, Wade. Bye-bye.
And I'll give you. your
Bye-bye,
copy.
Wade. Bye-bye.
Original. Mr. Shirley or Mr. Hollander? Well, one for the state, one for the defense. Thank you.
Bye-bye-bye. I want to hear that phone call. You remember how many times his dad, his biological dad, said, "I love you, son. I love you, son." As he's rotting, waiting his day to die, he's going to be missing phone calls like that because people are going to forget about who he is. And he's going to be wishing somebody would say to him, "I love you, son." I am really happy that he got this. Guys, thank you for sending me money. How do I say that any better? Thanks for sending me money. It is so, look at this, guys. You're amazing. Thank you so, so much. Thank you so much. Guys, we're going to eat. I'm joking, guys. Please know that this is just a pleasant surprise. And I'm saving, you know what I'm saving for? I'm going to tell you. Okay, guys. I want to buy a little tiny house. Just really something, maybe 525 at the most square feet. One level. I want to put up a fence so that my dogs, you know, can run if they want to run and play. And then I want to get like a little 3/4 used school bus that I want to turn into a little tiny home. And when in 4 years, 3.5 years, when it's time for me to retire, I want to be able to I want to still have my YouTube channel, and I want to be able to take my little 3/4 bus, right? And my dogs and take them to like Florida where these trials are, where maybe, you know what I mean? Like I want to travel to them and do stuff on the road. So that's what I'm hoping I can do. And that's what I'm saving my money for is a little tiny house and a little Sprinter or a 3/4 bus. Nothing big. I don't need to have a lot of money. I don't want to have a lot of money. I don't do very good with a lot of money. I just want my stuff paid off. I'm happy to continue working. I'll get my Social Security and have some sort of decent life. And that's what I want to do. Let me get out of here. I don't know how to get out. How do I get out of here? Hold on. Hold the phones. Let's see if I can keep you guys. Hang on. Let me see. Can I keep you? I don't think that you're there. I don't think that you're there. I'm going to end the stream and then I'm going to jump on a very casual live. I'm just going to go live, not on StreamYard. I'm going to just go live on YouTube. Okay. So those that want to join real quick, I'm going to join and jump on that real quick and just to basically say goodbye and stuff. So those that don't want to, you don't have to. I just wanted to share with you, you know, what my plans were. So those that want to hear it, do it. Those that don't, you don't have to. All right, I'll see you in a minute.